All right, the Detroit Lions get another just monster in the 5th round. And this has been an up and down draft. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this draft. And I say up and down because I think we got some really good interior offensive linemen who I'll talk about here in just a second. We got our first round. Let's just go through it real quick. Let me know in the comments where you're at on this because I can see how you could be not in and also be excited at the same time. So remember, first round pick was Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle. A little bit of a surprise, but as you look into him and learn more, it's like, yeah, this dude was the real deal, and it's a perfect spot to pick him. No question. Round 2, Tate Ratledge. Same thing. Perfect. A guard from Georgia that is just a seasoned starter, and he's going to be right in and expected to compete for a starting role, just like Tyleik Williams. Then in the 3rd pick, this is where things get weird. We get Isaac Tesla, wide receiver out of Arkansas, who just didn't have production, and we traded a lot to go up and get him. And we went way up to get him. And I was like, oh, that's who okay. And we're still trying to process that one. And then didn't have a pick in round 4. And then in round 5, we get Miles Frasier. And that's who we want to really focus on in this video. Miles Frasier, LSU. Let me pull this up on him. And really, again, interior offensive lineman. That's just an absolute monster. Boom. I mean, he just blocks 3 guys right there. This is the real deal. Guys coming in, a little delayed blitz. He's like, yeah, okay, let's watch that again. Pulling around, crushes a couple guys. Somehow the running back only gets 3 yards. And then look at this one. Little delayed, little stunt. Bang. So this is what we needed. This is what we needed, and I think that's why I say up and down draft. It's like, oh, perfect. This is what we need. Miles Frasier, get him in the 5th round. Are you kidding me? LSU started a lot of games for them. His RAS score is really good. He's got the height. He's got the vertical, the broad jump. His speed's not great. No, who cares? But his RAS is really nice. One other thing on this guy is he was started at Florida International. Then he started 39 games for LSU, 28 at right guard, 9 at left guard, 2 at right tackle. He allowed just 4 sacks in 1,500 opportunities. 3-year starter. He's a good player. So no problem there, right? So the big thing on him is Dane Brugler said this. As a pass blocker, I'll pull it up for you here. As a pass blocker, Frasier's slide quickness will be tested by gap shooters, but his mature hands, although he tends to lean into contact and leave his feet behind, he fits with vice grips to the run game, drives the finish from spot. Overall, Frasier has an NFL body with mauling play strength and competitive toughness, which gives him starting potential. Beautiful. So where I'm at with it is I just really want draft picks, and the more you can get, the better. And I feel like we did. We gave up stuff constantly throughout this draft to go up and get people. However, we nailed all but that Tesla pick. Everything outside of that, I feel really good. And even if I wouldn't mind giving up something, but Tesla, again, I'm not dogging the guy yet. But it's like, dude, the 3rd round, because of Broderick Martin, because we've traded up to get Giovanni Manu, kind of these red shirt freshman years, Sion Vaki. It's like, well, we already have. Isn't he a safety? You know, that 3rd round, there's always this little period where it's like, dude, Brad Holmes, love you. And then again, we didn't address defensive end until later, and it's like it's too late to get that impact defensive end that we wanted. However, I think Zadarius Smith comes back, and I think that's kind of where we're at. So we don't have to, so we can just relax, because that's what I think that's what's going to happen. And the Lions still did get a defensive end. So the truth is, with Miles Frasier, he was expected to go in the 4th round, 3rd or 4th round. We get him in the 5th round. We put a really bow on all of this, and let me pull up again. Tyleik Williams, love it. 1st round pick, Ohio State. Tate Ratledge, love it. Everyone is just like, yep. Those 2 picks, A. Then pick 3, we gave up 2 3s next year for Isaac Tesla, wide receiver. He's athletic as can be. His raw athletic score is as good as it gets. But he has to develop a little bit. Has to just refine his game. He just didn't have the opportunity to do it at a small school. Then he goes to Arkansas, and he can't even get the ball thrown to him. He had like 20 catches last year. So I was like, dude. Next one, Miles Frasier, love it. And then Ahmed Hassanin, Boise State, defensive end, love that. Dan Jackson, Georgia, love that. So again, more to come on all of these guys. I think the Frasier pick got me back into it. I was losing steam there a little bit on the draft, if I can be honest, where I'm just like, man, I really wanted us to get a defensive end, and not even in the beginning of it. I mean, I was fine with it, but ultimately we get him. So again, take a couple snapshots here that I love is our offensive line instantly goes from thin. I mean, the offensive line was thin there because we lose, what's his name? The old guy to the Titans, I think it was. Can't think of his name. Sorry. So many names flying at me. What the heck's it? What's Zeitler? We lose Zeitler, and Graham Glasgow's not playing well. And you're just like, oh, shoot. But we just picked up two really good players that now all of a sudden Graham Glasgow could be your backup center guard. You could have Mahogany still doing his thing. There's a lot of depth now in the interior offensive line. And Frasier can play tackle. That's what makes him so good. He can play tackle. Giovanni Manu comes in, still got Skipper. So there's our offensive line. Just kind of rounded out, looking really good. That makes me feel a lot better. So I feel good about that. Offensive line's really nicely set. Offense, Tim Patrick, Amon-Ra, like we are in really good shape offensively. Really good shape. Defensively, we did get the defensive tackle, which was a huge need. So I'm feeling really good that we did address some things. In defensive end, I think we just have to get over that. I mean, I think I just have to get over it. It's like we're rolling with Davenport, Zadarius Smith, and we're going to hope that Aiden Hutchinson comes back to that all-time MVP level that he was at when he left. I think we forget that. It's like we do have – it's hard for teams to have like two unbelievable defensive ends. We have one defensive end that could be an all-timer if he comes back from this injury, okay, which he should. So I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm okay with it. You can't get everything. Just can't. I'm all right with it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. We'll see all of you on the next one.